Nothing.
What questions you have for me?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What questions you have?
Like just, I mean, if you were us, right? Like if you were in the thing where it's like you've been rocked by several hurricanes, personally and professionally, and we're getting close. We're very close to launching. How would you go about, like, walk us through how you would reintroduce yourself to the world?
Yeah, to me, I keep creating. That's what I do. I create, right? Like, so I will tell you, like, not everything is like. I recently went through like the biggest failure I had in my professional career, any job I've ever had. So remember, I told you, Atlanta. I went through a couple weeks. A couple months ago, Atlanta. Big conference I was gonna do for a young lady. 2-day conference, and I failed her.
What do you mean?
So the guy I went with, I had a guy who was supposed to help me with a portion of it. He's supposed to, live stream and all that stuff, and then we get the footage. I was gonna be taking care of portions of it, interview, but I brought him on to help me with part of it. For one, I wanted to not do everything myself, look more professional, be a team. So I brought him on, and he get there, he got this $30,000 set up, taking up 2 tables with all this equipment and stuff like that. Looks really good. Not the case. So when he's supposed to give me the footage, all of the footage from 2 days of conference.
Yeah.
And this was her big thing. Like, this was a big deal for her. She
conference.
She paid me 10 grand.
Whoa. So she's serious.
So she probably was in 20, 30 grand on the whole thing, 2 days.
Wow. Yes.
And to get back home, and he don't have the footage to give me.
Oh my gosh.
So I had to tell her that. I had to come to terms with her. I had to tell her that. And that was the hardest conversation I ever had to have with anybody. And I knew something was up when I was reaching out. We got back, we were done that Saturday, come back home Sunday, and I gave him a few days to get his stuff, because I gave him the hard drive when I was there. I said, hey, dump all the footage here, boom, boom, we'll get it back in Charlotte.
Heartbreaking.
Wednesday I reach out and say, hey, I feel like he's stalling. Like, I'll get it to you tomorrow. Then I didn't get it till Saturday.
So you're going through it.
The hard drive. It's like, okay, I get the hard drive, I look at the footage, was like, where's day 2? The whole day is missing? The whole day? So I had to call. I didn't call her, I didn't text her, I didn't email her. I said, we need to do a FaceTime.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to look at her in the eyes.
Look her in the eyes and
tell her I failed you. Even though I did my stuff. She was shooting a podcast as part of it. She was doing, I wanted to tell her, look, we're going to do interviews, exit interviews, testimonials from people while you're there, so they, she could use that content. And the main content that she wanted was the speaker presentations, which he was supposed to be taking care of. And I had to tell her, look, I take full responsibility.
Yeah.
Ended up giving her $7,000 back refund. I lost money.
That's heartbreaking.
I lost money.
But you know what? By you sharing that, it makes me feel like we're not alone. So that is a good thing to share the content. I think that's a light bulb moment, because it's like we're not alone in these craziness. In the wilderness.
That thing I was losing sleep.
That's how we've been. We've been losing sleep for like 4 months now.
I've been losing sleep.
We really have. Yeah.
She threatened legal action. After I gave you 70% of your money back.
And it's heartbreaking.
Plus the footage, I gave her the raw footage of everything I had. I had some edited videos, a whole edited podcast. And
that's so heartbreaking.
So I sent her that. But anyway.
How do you come to peace with, because I know you very well. You're like on top of your stuff. Like, so in a situation like what you went through, that's what we're trying to wrap our heads around as entrepreneurs. You were prepared, but then when you partnered with another vendor and the dots aren't connecting, how do you get past the sleepless nights? We've had sleepless nights for 4 months now.
So I had to tell myself, first of all, while I had to take full responsibility for this, it wasn't on me. It wasn't on me. So, of course, to her, I had to take that. But me, I knew, all right, had I been doing all that stuff, this wouldn't have happened. And then I had to get back out there. So at the event that I did last week, after that failure, I had to go out and say, I need to find another event to do. I ain't gonna charge them. I just gotta get out there and I gotta get my confidence back.
I love this. This is perfect. This is what we
So
need.
that's why I went. I hit somebody up, saw they were having an event on Facebook. I hit her up, said, hey, I'd love to come cover your event, no charge, blah, blah, blah. I had to get out here and do for her everything that I was gonna do in Atlanta just to say this, so I can know that all right, I'm the shit. I can do this. You know what I'm saying?
It will rock your confidence, even if it's not something that you're necessarily like responsible for, but just the fact that you're like tied to it, it does rock your confidence. And
then it's like all the stuff that could have happened as a result. Like there was women there saying, "Hey, what should I need to get your information?" You know, so because I'm having this brunch here, and I need you to come do that. So now all those opportunities are gone. There was a lady that hit me up.
Yeah.
You know, a couple weeks after that, saying, and we were talking at the event. And I was showing her the stuff that we do, but I had to tell her on the phone, like, listen, before you find out from her. That didn't go as planned. I had to give her money back. We were unable to deliver some footage. I had to be upfront with her. Yeah. You know, because I didn't want, you know, I'd rather be the one to tell her than, you know. So that was money and opportunities that were lost as a result. So I had to, you know, get out here and keep creating, keep doing my thing, get out there, do the same, do all that stuff, do it again for somebody else, prove to myself that I could do it.
I love this conversation. It's like, you're giving me the confidence to like go keep it a stack. I'm not gonna say everything because I never want to like trash another person or business or whatever. But I do think like the power of being honest. Like, hey, it's not going.
Yeah, I've never even
planned.
shared this with many people. Like for me to be.
This is great. We're both sharing like, and I'll be honest. Like we were so, like Brandon and I, we literally started conversations with logistics companies in November of 2021. We were wanting to be way ahead of the curve because we had already gone through things in business before that we didn't want to go through trying to reestablish ourselves. So it's interesting. People go through a lot, and it is powerful to share it, and it's like you're not letting it stop you.
Yeah, I couldn't.
Yeah.
I couldn't, and I knew when the time that event started, I was like, this shit ain't going the way it's supposed to.
You felt it.
The live stream wasn't like, you got all this equipment. We could have did this with a phone. What you got on the back of the room? Like, come on, man. Like,
but I'm proud of you though for like, you're persevering.
Yeah,
and
I don't have a choice.
And you're learning. And we in this season of us going through all these hurdles with the supply chain, we're like learning, like for our next collection, how to move differently.
More efficiently.
We're taking a lot of L's, but I think it's, lessons, I'll say.
Yeah.
Like even if you have what you perceive as a failure or like a loss, we're like learning a lot right now.
Yeah. I learned a tremendous amount.
We're learning
to
a
not
lot.
Trust somebody so much and not depend on somebody else's equipment. Hire somebody I would just hire guys to run cameras.
Yes.
The footage and stuff is mine. Like I'm not putting that much, trust in anybody else. And man, I lost so much sleep behind that.
So I thought I was the only one up these late nights, losing sleep.
Yeah, it was tough, man.
It is tough. It's tough when you pay.
Yeah.
You pay people who are
supposed
experts.
Supposed to be experts.
To try to like make things more efficient for yourself.
That just hurt, like.
And it doesn't go the way that you've discussed it, you've strategized it, you've planned it, you've conversed it with them.
I'm taking him to court
well in advance, and it doesn't go the way that you thought.
We went down there a week before the event to kind of look at the venue, plan things out, and then for it to come like this.
You're like very proactive. Like I said, these conversations started in November of 2021. So technically, these things should not be happening right now. These delays should not be happening.